Hi, welcome back to West Coast Geeks. I'm your host, Joaquin. How we doing, people? So today I'm going to just give a brief summary of Explorer Guides to WildeMount. This book was designed by Matt Mercer, and he's a famous DM. So for those of you who are just stopping by to my channel and you're new, hello, and you don't know anything about Dungeons and Dragons, he's a famous DM or dungeon master for Critical Role. So Wizards of the Coast allowed him to create his own campaign. So he already created a campaign. He just added more to it, and it gives you guys or us, the public, a chance to explore what he's done. So what I like about this book is it has everything. Let me bring this up right here. So right here off the bat is the story of WildeMount. So this is his own little world that he's created. I like the artwork. And it just goes into, the beginnings of it, how it came to be. And then the next part it jumps into is factions in society. So here's the thing. When you're creating your own world for your party, just start somewhere small, and as your adventurers go and explore the map, each week you're just going to be adding new parts. So over years, as you DM for different groups, you get to keep adding to this world of yours. It's not just a one and done. This is a continuation. And that's the way I would do it. Like, I just start off with a small fort or a town. I wouldn't get too ambitious with a city, because then you're going to be thinking about, okay, what nations are there, and you really don't want to do that. You just kind of want to just create a scenario and take it from there, and let everything else just kind of fall where it is. So this book is actually a really good guide of being able to figure out what you want to do. And here's chapter 3, the WildeMount Gazir. So this gives a description of places you can see. Again, here's some cool artwork. Talks about the coast, the shores. Here's where you got the map. And when you start off, you could just start your adventure really right here at Rumble Cusp. And that's all it would be. You just start here, and your party's like, okay, we're here. Well, how do we get here? And you could already have a little town here, or you can just start here that they're, that's where they start their characters. And what I really, there's so many cool maps. So don't feel intimidated when you're creating your own world. Just take it a little bit, step at a time. Just have fun with it. That's what D&D is all about. So we have chapter 4, the races. Got a cool picture of a wizard here. And they brought back a lot of old school races that you just didn't see. And so you can adapt all these races in your current campaign wherever you're at. So I'm not going to go over like every race. Like I said, I'm just trying to keep this just a really short review, or not even a review, just a short summary. So for those of you who are outside of Linwood, Washington, or don't know about Around the Table is, like I said, located in Linwood, Washington, and I'll leave a link in the description. And if you don't have a game store, then check this place out. Come down to the website. Check out the website. And if you're into D&D, this is a great place to start. So next up is Adventures in WildeMount. So that looks pretty cool. It's got a big-time Robotech feel to it. But other than that, if you're an artificer, I suppose that's what you would be making. So on top of, having factions, societies, giving you example of everything that you can do, he also gives you a few little starting adventures. And that's what I thought was cool about this. So, first time DMs who don't want to buy adventures or modules, um, you would just buy this along with like the player's handbook, the DM's guide, and the monster manual. Those three books is the only thing you'd ever need to play this game. Everything else is just an add on, just to help you with the game, like this book. So I don't want to show too much of this, just in case DMs are running through it. And we get to the next chapter 6, which is the as entitled The Wilderness. So as you can see, there's a lot of starting adventures going through. So you should have at least 3 or 4 months easily on top of your own stuff, because you could just take all these like you would any other adventure and just throw it in your campaign to fit the way that you want it to. So yeah, a lot of maps, which are great. So here are the WildeMount treasures. So we got some cool art again. Some of these have been reprinted, but most of these are new. And then the last part is, and you know, I'm not going to go over every one of them. The WildeMount Beastry. So, ooh, that looks brutal. He's included a lot of new monsters for you, which is always nice. And you can also, this will give you an example, just like the monster manual, to create your own monsters and just have fun. You got some blood hunters here. Probably an organization. So this is new, a core spawn worm. Looks cool. Got an alien type look to it. Frost giant zombie. I mean, I played in actually of campaigns where we've had undead giant zombies. So I thought that was an interesting twist. It's nice to see that he put that in there. And frost worm. That's pretty cool. Just like a purple worm. You know, there's just so many things you can do with these. But I do like the frost giant zombie. It takes me back to the campaign that we had. Fond memories. Gearkeeper construct. Gloomstalker. And that's how the book ends. I mean, I'll keep showing the horizon back tortoise. Sorry, I couldn't pronounce that. Hold on, let me take a sip. I'm drinking some hot tea. So I just like the artwork alone. I mean, that's a cool little adventure. Either storming that, you got some husk zombies that, you know, look like a big improvement. Says Curse of the Husk, a humanoid slain by melee attack from the zombie revises as a husk zombie on its next turn. That's pretty crazy. So these are little things that can inspire you. You can use in your campaign. Marrow, Shadow Priest. Just the Devil Toad. That's actually cool. You see the art of that. So on this one, we do have a price tag of $49.99. It says, "How do you want to do this? A war brews on the continent that withstood more than its fair share of complex." Yeah, I'm not even going to try to pronounce all those dynasties and empires. Are carving up the lands above them. I'll pull it in so you can read it too. And only the greatest heroes would dare stand between them. Somewhere in the far corners of the war-torn landscapes are secrets that could end this conflict and usher in a new age of peace, or burn the world to a cinder. Create a band of heroes and embark on a journey across the continents of WildeMount. The setting for Season 2 of the hit series Critical Role. You can find that on YouTube. Within this book, you'll find a new character options, a heroic chronicle to help you craft your character's backstory, 4 different starting adventures, and everything a dungeon master needs to breathe life into the WildeMount base campaign. So this is for use of 5th edition, but it doesn't even matter what edition of D&D you're playing. You can just drop any of these materials in any of them. So that'll do it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hit the like and subscribe button, and take care of yourself, people. Peace.